I had the experience was while growing up. It was a funny experience. No, we grew up in a mixed environment where we had different people that, not just one tribe entirely. I was around Nasarawa, and around the name of the area was called Angwasawa. It was the Hausa people that were much though, but we had other tribes. So there was this other guy in our environment then. I've forgotten his name though. He was a distant friend. Why I use that word distant friend? Someone you like, you rapport with, but at the same time you are scared of the person. So you give the person some arm's length, and your parents will tell you avoid that person. That boy is demonic. So how did it happen that we now come to conclusion that this guy is demonic? Was in my school then, in the area, very close to the area, it got to a point that they had just more show of power. So my school father was one of the person that I know very well that had the show of power stuff, How when fight want to happen, somebody will just bring out a ring from his pocket and put it on his finger, and the next thing, if he slap his fellow man, bro, the guy's gone. One is called knockdown. So this case scenario, my school had some guys that were very, very practical with this voodooism stuff, the African black magic stuff. So there's this particular guy, he's a Benue guy though. His own just then was, if he wants to fight with you, he uses it as a form of making you scared. He'll just take off his clothes and fling it up. Like, literally. You will see the clothes suspended, as if someone is holding it. So it creates this fear, in people. And this other guy that could actually knock you with a slap. That called slap. And you find yourself doing what you could not imagine. Things like eating grass, it was weird. So on this fateful day in school, Labor Day then, my school, it was on Friday, that was Labor Day. So something happened. This guy that stays in my area that I started with, that we were avoiding him because of our parents were saying we should avoid him, was his younger brother was in our school. So these other guys that had jazz, for some reasons, because I didn't really know how the fight started, oppressed the guy and they beat the guy's younger brother. Now, students around the school were students in the neighborhood. 2 seconds, the guy cried, ran home, and came back with his elder brother. The elder brother happened to be this guy in our neighborhood. Now, we play football when we were growing up, and you could see ourselves taking off our shirts to play ball, You hear things like, my team, will they wear shirts? Your team, you need to wear shirts. That was how we described it. So, but whenever this guy takes off his shirt, we noticed there was a mark around the side of his body, like this side, around here. So on that fateful day he came, we've always suspected it to be abnormal. What is not common to you, you have not seen it in anybody, like you just see it rare stuff, like something is weird about this guy. The next thing, this guy came to school. Where the person, pigeon now, where the idiot, where the... And the show was about to go down. The people that were involved now was these same guys that had the voodooism power, the dark power stuff. For some reason, they had so much confidence. Now, till today, I cannot categorically explain with the aid of a simple diagram what happened. But all I knew that happened was, as the fight was about to start, the normal display of this one, take off his shirt, fling, now brought out ring and wear. The only thing this guy did was, he took off his shirt, kept it one side, want to fight. And he used his palm, tap on that spot, and hit the sand. Then fight started. It's very funny. I've never seen people drag somebody to beat somebody, one person, and they could not move him. He stood at one spot. He did not fall. His body did not touch the ground, but he gave these guys what we call blue-black beating. Like, what blue-black beating? You know how your mate will beat you as if it's your dad that is beating you? He gave them the beating of their life. And after that, he took his shirt and he left. Since that day, till we left that area. When you witness something, and it was like a film, like, I think it was like 2 times or 3 times, hit this place and hit the sun. Bro, yeah. The meeting was weird, and we just believed that, bro, that is dark powers. Coupled to the fact that in the area we know him to be very weird, and him and his twin brother. You know, it's very rare to actually know that back then that a particular, shall I say, tribe gives birth to twin. You know, twin are common in the Yoruba people, the Igbo people. You know, you hear things like Ejima, Taya, and Kende. But to hear that the Hausa tribe gave birth to twin, then when we were growing up, it was weird. And the guy was a twin, and we were weird. So you could see them sitting down together. You hear stories like if they are not happy, their mother will not sell. And you could literally see their mom pampering them. And they were not the only child, you get. So the other ones that were even younger, nobody sent them. But for them, there were some special treatments that they had. So for that reason, bro, we just concluded that this guy is possessed. And he's not just possessed with dark powers of voodooism. Now him himself, voodooism. So that was the experience, bro.